So far, we have quite a bit with who's it? Yeltsin and not Yeltsin, not Boris Yeltsin. Yeltsin.
I'm not sure who you mean.
Oh, it's another one. They're Stocktons. They pulled him. They pulled up. Was it Quanin?
Davidson.
Yeah, but Davidson played. But there's two guys they pulled up who didn't play.
Okay, we can check the transactions, see who they are.
Transaction.
Yes, transactions. Oh, you're right,
Yellison, that's it.
And Reader, but we've seen Reader.
Yeah, Tobias Reader, that's right. Send down Braun back up.
But what about Ronaldo? Do you want to comment on his play?
I don't know, there's not much to comment. I thought his comments to the media I thought were quite funny. It reminded me of Garrett Sparks coming in and talking to the media like he's a full-time club member.
Yeah, he was pretty intense guy.
He was pretty intense.
But he's pretty useless out there.
I don't know, man. He was skating hard. His work ethic was showing out there, but he didn't do much.
I also saw him lose the puck going in on the goalie.
Yes, that's right. He was, but he was going in on the goalie.
This is the NHL. You need more than just work ethic.
Yeah. All right. Fine. I agree. There's not much to him. I like Dylan Dubé, and I'm very happy we're seeing him now, and I hope he's part of this turnaround that is going to come.
Yeah, and maybe we should touch on that then, because we've talked about all the negativity, all the losing. What have been the bright spots? I know you said Dubé, but I think that whole line, Lucic, Dubé, and Ryan, has been good.
It's been pretty fun to see Lucic play like an NHL player.
Yeah,
getting the chances, going for hits, back checking, skating hard.
And he used his body to generate one of the goals.
Yeah, he's really good at separating players from the puck with hits.
Yeah, and protecting the puck,
and protecting.
And then, actually, one thing I did notice, Davidson, never seen him play before.
He's not bad. It's not bad. Better than Shillington. Shillington's sitting a funk. He's not really... He's given up a lot of giveaways. Not really doing much.
Yeah, I noticed some giveaways. It's a bit hard to tell in games like this, but yeah, not a bright spot anyways. Not as bad as Gaudreau and Monahan, but
so is it worth with all the rants about the changes to the team roster, coach included? Is that worth getting into? Or
yeah, let's bring it up. What's your feeling? Is this, how much does coaching impact this? Do you blame the coach? Do you blame the coach a little bit?
No, not really. There's nothing the coach can do to get his players to put the puck in the net. He can get them to shoot more or shoot less, but to ask them to hold on to the puck to look for that pass. But that doesn't help the puck in the net.
Yeah, I agree with you, because the effort level, I feel, has been there, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think it's been horrible effort the last 3 games. I think the finish, as you said, you can't coach finish. The only thing is maybe his system is kind of stifling offense, maybe. But it's a little too early to tell this season, because last year we were so offensive, so the system worked last year.
With our top players going cold, are you ready just to throw them all out on the curb, bring in some new guys? Or shoot for bottom seat and get some fresh new picks? Is that something?
I don't know. Those are pretty out there ideas. At this point, I'm probably thinking more like you give it a few more games to see if things change when we start scoring. Yeah. Because statistically, with the amount of shots we're getting, and you take, let's say, the league average shooting percentage, we should have more goals. So once we start scoring, you see how the team does. But there is some concern there, because Gaudreau and Monahan are starting to get a reputation as they can't get it done when things get tough.
Yeah.
So it is something to think about.
Their value will decrease. Right now is pretty bombed out, and from what I hear from the media, they're saying that now's not the time based on the fact that they'd be selling low.
Yeah, that's another point. It's not the time to trade guys.
Yeah.
But speaking of guys bottoming out, we've had our first coaching change this year.
Oh, yeah, fire the can.
Okay, let me just warm it up here. Yes. Former coach of Canada.
Team Canada.
Stanley Cup winner. The highest paid coach in NHL history.
Yeah. How many years?
This was his 5th year in Toronto.
5th year in Toronto.
Yeah.
In coaching altogether, he's pretty high up there.
Yeah, I don't know the total, but Mike Babcock, for the first time in his career,
yeah,
fired.
First time fired, not leaving on his own accord. Coming exactly a year ago since Mike Yeo was fired, our first Canada of last year, and now same time, first Canada of this year.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Did Mike Babcock deserve to be fired?
I don't know. It's a pretty similar situation they're going through. Of course, this has been dominating the news, but I haven't really invested too much into following it. Basically, we're going to find out in the next, 2, 3, 4 rest of the season weeks. Yeah. They beat Arizona, so already they're starting to get off to a good start.
Well, it's one game. But answer the question, was it the right move to fire him or not?
Yeah, I guess so. The rumors were the players were getting uncomfortable playing under him. Those were the rumors I was hearing.
Yeah, and maybe they were after 5 years of Babcock sick of him. But
they've been a good team. I don't know.
Yeah, they made the playoffs 3 years in a row.
Yeah,
and
went deep.
No. Then first round they got knocked out.
Not last year though.
Yeah, every season. They lost to Boston twice in the first round.
First round, both Bostons. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, from my side, I think probably was the time, but I don't agree with the team that Toronto's built. Dubas. His vision for the team of being like quick and skilled has proven it doesn't win Stanley Cups. It's teams like Washington, LA, last year St. Louis. Heavier teams win the cup. And I think Babcock believes that too, heavier teams. And I think you had the clash where Dubas wanted speed and skill and Babcock wanted that heavier, grinded out team. And he was coaching his heavy, grinded out style with a bunch of skill guys, and it didn't work.
That was good analysis. The only thing I start to worry about is the Flames look for speed and skill.
Yeah, and that's why, this whole Monahan-Goudreau thing comes up again. That maybe they're not the right players. As I said last time, maybe Goudreau is the Phil Kessel.
Yeah.
But one thing I've been doing, I've been checking the message boards. A lot of interesting comments.
The hate is just flowing in.
And I thought it might be fun to play a little onside-offside comment board edition.
Yeah, let's do it.
And let's see if it's onside.
Well, let's have a look at the replay.
To me, that's offside. Here's the verdict.
Yeah, that's going to be offside.
Okay, so it's pretty simple. We're going to read some of the comments from the message board.
Yeah, you get a good feel what kind of comments are going to be coming in now. And whether they're, respectable negative comments or have they just gone too far.
Offside. Okay.
Start it off, Nate.
Okay, so Akka Berghoff, he wrote, pretty obvious these guys are purposefully trying to get Peters fired. Is that comment onside or offside?
I say it's onside.
You think they're purposefully trying to get him fired?
No, but it's a good critique.
I think it's so offside. There's no way the players are deliberately losing just to get the coach fired.
I wouldn't say deliberately, but they're getting paid. They don't care.
Maybe, but the comment says purposefully. So Do you think they're purposefully trying to lose the games?
To get Bill Peters fired? I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, I think it's offside. I think it's ridiculous to think professional athletes try to get coaches fired deliberately.
I thought it was intriguing. It got me thinking, what if?
Yeah. Okay, so it's more like the idea is kind of interesting to you.
It is.
Okay.
All right.
Next one.
Not much there. All right. Next one's by J Slim with the 3 M's at the end. It's so clear.
I think it's pronounced Slim.
Oh, J Slim. It's so clear to me the GM did not put a good enough team on the ice.
I have to say, it's good enough in what way? I say the comment's probably onside, because I really think the Flames are not a cup contender. They're just kind of like a bubble playoff team. Last year was maybe more anomaly, and this is the real team. Right now, they're worse than than they actually are, but he didn't put together that great of a team.
You're saying that now. It's offside, man. At the end of last season, we were raving. I was raving about how good the team was, how much anticipation we had for their D, how solid their D core was looking, and that it's not the case. Granted, Valimacky's out till February,
and Brody.
Brody's skating again. He's probably another week.
Right now, Brody's not playing. Yeah. Hamannik's not playing. Valimacky's been injured all year.
Yeah.
So they do have some injuries, but when I look at the team, I just don't see where. And I've said this before: when we match best line against best line, I just don't see how we match up with most teams.
Lack of size.
Not even lack of size. Like, name a team, and I guarantee you their number one center is better than Monahan. Or Backlund.
Ottawa?
Okay, Ottawa's one of the worst teams in the league. Okay, Ottawa, Detroit, fine. But like Edmonton, they've got McDavid.
Yes, Edmonton does have McDavid.
Vancouver, Pettersson.
Yeah.
Winnipeg, Scheifele.
Mm-hmm.
Toronto, Tavares, Matthews. Montreal maybe doesn't have that great of a center. I can't think of who their number one center is.
Is it Gallagher?
No, maybe it's Drouin or
Jonathan Drouin.
But my point is, probably the 16 playoff teams, they have bona fide number one centers.
But we got Jankowski centering a fourth line. That's gotta count for something.
So I just think the GM and some of his trades too are not the greatest trades. I don't think our team has been constructed that well. So I say it's onside.
We agree to disagree again.
Okay. The next comment is written by It Was the Dingo. He wrote, Babcock fired this week. Is his protege next? ?
Yo, get this. Hire Babcock. Fire Peters.
Okay, but is the comment onside or offside?
I don't know. It's fine. It's onside.
You think Peters is next?
I don't know. It's what people are doing. They can easily point to firing and trading. It's what people do.
Yeah, but I would say it's offside.
All right. I'm with you. It's offside. I don't think the right decisions. Yeah.
No, and Babcock was there 5 years. He was hired by a different GM.
Yeah.
Peters has been here this is his second season.
Yeah.
And he was hired by this GM. It's a little different situation. Well, so we agree it's offside.
Yeah, we agree.
Okay.
Moving on. Snarls Darwin. Pretty good name. It's the core that's rotten. Backlund, Johnny, Fulik, Brody, Monahan, Jankowski in all capitals, and Bennett. Trade what you can for picks and fresh talent. Some moves will at least open up some cap space so the stars can be benched.
I wouldn't say trade what you can, so that's a little offside, but trading something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing Monahan get traded or Goudreau get traded. Any of these guys, but you have to trade for someone of equal or better value.
Yeah.
And that's the challenge.
Yeah, which is not going to happen. Maybe not going to happen these times.